The measurements needed to make a nurse uniform are your shoulder measurements, your bust measurements, your waist circumference, the hips, the shoulder to bust measurement, shoulder to waist measurement, your shoulder to hip measurement, and your gown length. And in order to achieve that, the first thing I did was to take my pattern paper and I measured all these measurements and ruled them out on my pattern paper, starting with the shoulder line at the top like so, followed by the bust and the waist measurements and also the hips measurements. And in this place, I'm trying to measure out my neck circumference. I am trying to cut out the back pattern first. I'm working on the back of the gown first. I mark out my neck width and also my shoulder measurement, half of my shoulder measurement. And I decided to make the measurement of my neck length to be 1.5. My neck length 1.5 and the neck width I made it 3.5 inches. After which I came down by 1 inch at my shoulder measurement for my shoulder slant, and from there I mark out my armhole depth. And at the armhole depth, I also measured out the shoulder measurements again to make sure I am actually at the right place in order to have a straight line. Then I draw out my line for my armhole depth. And the next thing I did was to draw my shoulder slope like so. Now at the chest line, which is the armhole depth, I measured out my bust circumference, a quarter of my bust circumference there, after which I connected it to the armhole depth. This is me confirming that the line is straight and perpendicular from the top, in order for me not to draw a slant line there. And then I ruled my chest line. Now after ruling my chest line, I measured out and mark my nipple to nipple measurements on my bust line and also on my waistline and on my hip line straight to the hem of the gown. And I connected the points by drawing the line for my nipple to nipple measurements. This is me extending the chest line here because I'm working on the back of the gown, and I also extended the nipple to nipple measurement to the chest line like so. Now the next thing is to work on the waistline. At the waistline, on the nipple to nipple measurement, on either side of it, I mark 0.5 inches on either side of the nipple to nipple measurement. And at the chest line here, I came down by 0.5 inches. I came down by 0.5 inches, and at the hip, I came up by 2 inches. And I marked the point at 2 inches, after which I connected the dart leg. This is me constructing my dart to the waist, from the waist to 2 inches before the hips, and then up to almost 0.5 inches before the chest line, like so. And that is the dart leg. Now at the shoulder slant, I came out by 1 inch. I extended the shoulder slant by 1 inch because I'm going to make a shoulder darts. I now divided the line into 2, and I marked the midpoint of the shoulder slants, and from there I connected it to the dart line that I already made using my French curve. I connected it with a slight curve to the dart leg at the chest line. I decided to make the back shoulder dart instead of armhole princess darts. So this is me connecting the line. The extension is to make sure that the sewing allowance to join the two line at at that point of the that will be available and excess. Now this is me drawing a new armhole curve using the extension. I join the armhole curve to my bust point on the shoulder, on the chest line. I draw the armhole curve, joining it to the bust point at the chest line there. This is me confirming my bust point and also adding 1.5 inches sewing allowance to the side of the gown. I measured and marked all my horizontal measurements at my bust line, at my chest line, at the waist and at the hips, also to the hem line, adding 1.5 inches sewing allowance. My waist circumference divided by 4, and I marked it out, and I also added 1.5 inches joining allowance, and also the 1 inch dart allowance. I added the 1 inch dart allowance at the nipple to nipple point, and also at my hip line I measured out my hip circumference divided by 4, and I also added 1.5 inch sewing allowance. This is me joining my lines. I joined all the points together, and from the waist to the hips. I also use my French curve to draw a gentle curve from my waist to my hip, and from the hip to the hem of the gown is going to be the same measurement. Note that my pattern paper is not up to my gown length, but I hope I'm going to extend the fabric to my gown length when I place the pattern paper on it. But this is me measuring out, transferring the same measurement I have on my hip line to the hem of that paper there. It's the same measurement from the hips to the hem of the gown. This is me drawing my line. And this is the back of the gown, which I labeled. I wrote it out as the back. I also labeled my center back and my side back in order for me to recognize them as different from the front. This is what I have after after cutting it out. This is the pattern for the back. This is the pattern for the back of the gown. This is what I have. Now the next thing is to work on the front of the gown, and this is where we have most of the work concerning this gown. Now the first thing I did was to mark out all my regular lines: my shoulder, my bust, my waist and my hips. This is me marking out my shoulder measurements divided by 2. I also mark out my shoulder slant and my armhole depth, which I confirm by marking out the shoulder measurements on the armhole depth too, to make it a straight line. And I also measured out my neck width, which is 3.5, and here my neck depth I made it 4 inches. And I used my French curve to draw out my neck circumference there. And the next thing I did was to measure out my bust circumference divided by 4 on my chest line, and I also confirmed the measurement to be straight, and I draw my line. I draw my chest line there. This is me connecting the neck to the shoulder slant, and I labeled my line: shoulder, bust, waist and hips. Now the next thing is to measure out my nipple to nipple measurements on my bust line, also on my waist and on my hip line there. And I also connected the points for my nipple to nipple measurement, which goes straight to the hem of the gown. same as the back of the gown. After measuring it out, I decided to draw my dart leg 0.5 inches on either side of nipple to nipple measurement at the waistline, and at the bust line I came down by 0.5 inches, and at the hip I came up by 2 inches, and I connected the dart leg. Remember that at the back of the gown we draw the dart leg up to the chest line because there is no bust at the back, but at the front you will make it to 0.5 inches below the bust, not the chest. Now this is me determining the midpoint of my armhole depth, which I came in at that place by 0.5 inches, after which I now draw my armhole curve, joining that 0.5 inches to my bust point, and also drawing it to connect to the shoulder. Now from that 0.5 inches I draw a curve joining to the dart line, to the dart leg at the bust point. For the front, I'm making the princess dart, armhole princess dart. Now on either side of that 0.5 inches point at the middle of the armhole, I came out by 0.5 inches on either side, and I draw a curve using my French curve, make a gentle curve from the 0.5 inches to join the bust point, and also on the other side, the 0.5 inches on the other side of that princess dart that you draw originally, you draw another line making it 1 inch altogether. Now at the bottom curve you go up by 1 inch, transferring that 1 inch which we have acquired to that place. You come out by 1 inch and extend the line, and with that line we will draw another armhole curve. This is me making another 1 inch point from my bust point there to accommodate the shift that we made at that armhole, at the middle of the armhole. And from there I'll draw a new armhole curve. I draw a new armhole curve, and the former armhole curve is not, we are not using it again. That's why I cross it out. Now this is to make sure that we don't have a squeeze at the armhole area. Now the next thing is to mark out my bust circumference on the bust and mark it. Also at my waist, I mark out my waist circumference and mark it. This is me adding my 1.5 inches sewing allowance. And also at my waistline, my waist circumference divided by 4. Then also the dart leg, the 1 inch allowance for the dart leg, and also the 1.5 inch sewing allowance, which I decided to add. And at the hips too, I added my hip circumference divided by 4, and also the 1.5 inch sewing allowance. I decided to transfer what I had at the hips to the hem. It's the same thing, the same measurements from the hips to the hem of the gown. This is me joining my line. Note that whatever you have there, because of all the dart allowance, it may not look like it should be, but so far you know that you made your measurement correctly. By the time you join everything together, all the right shape will come out for your gown. This is me joining my hip line to the hem, and this is what we have, the front pattern for our gown. And I also labeled it center front and side front, like so. The next thing is to cut it out. This is what we have after cutting it out. This is the front pattern. This is the front pattern for our gown. And now I have cut out the fabric. This is the back, this is the front. I started with the front pattern. You can see that I extended the fabric to my normal length there, and at the front, at the center front, I added 5 inches fabric to the center front, like so. Make sure that all those our lines that we made, mark them on either side of the fabric in order for you to have them to reference by the time you remove your paper. Mark all the lines at the points of the fabric, mark them out, so that by the time we are placing our pockets, we will know the right place to place them. Just put a small mark with your biro, not something big. You can use your chalk. If you can see it, you can use a white chalk. I folded in that 5 inches fabric underneath the center front, like so. And this is what we have. I also added 0.5 inches sewing allowance on that side where I separated the nipple to nipple measurements to make the center front and the side front, and also for the back. I added 0.5 inches on the two sides, and also at the neckline and also at the armhole area. I added 0.5 inches on the fabric. I did not add sewing allowance to the sides because I already added it to the pattern paper while cutting it. Remember, I added 1.5 inches sewing allowance to the sides. This is the back of the gown, and the next thing I did was to remove the pin from the pattern paper, and also remove the pattern paper after marking the sides, the lines at the side onto the fabric. And this is what we have. Note that I folded my fabric into two while cutting them, with the pattern paper placed on it. This is what I have for my back pattern. The joining of the gown and the attaching of the pockets will be in the part 2 of this video. Please like, share and subscribe to this channel. Also put on your notification bell in order for you to be notified the next time I post a well-explained video such as this. Thank you very much.